Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today we're looking at these two lovely new stencils from Indigo Blue, and one is numbers and one is letters, and I like the fact that they're sort of, you know, completely sort of random in on here. I've just got a bit of little bit of string on there. But they're just great fun. So I thought that we would work with the numbers because I have done this technique with the letters, and I'm going to show you what it looks like so you can see how, if I bring that up, you've got this almost sort of tie-dyed look to it. It's really rather nice. Now, it works better with darker colours, so the reds and the sort of the oranges, than it does with the yellows, but it depends what sort of look you want to get. And if I bring it, hopefully if I can get it up closer, you can see the sort of tie-dyed type look to it. So that's what we're going to try and work with today. I'm going to take the black off because I was only using it as a demonstration so you could actually see it, and I'm going to put just a piece of white behind. And I've just got a piece of cardstock, because what you need to do to start off with is to absolutely saturate the cardstock with colour. Now I'm going to be using, on this one I used a dark purple, a sort of an orange and a pink, and I think I'm going to stick to the same sort of things. So I've got, wait, excuse me, I've just literally, there we go, hopefully that's better. I'm sorry about that if you got dizzy. So I'm using pinks, yellows. I've got this one which is quite nice, it's quite a rusty orange, and I think I might use just for a different sort of look this time, let's take a blue. And I want quite a dark sort of, let's take that blue and see how that works. I'm just taking, as I say, colours that I think will work quite well, because, oh, and I've got the purple, haven't I? Have I taken the purple out? I've probably still got it out of my desk somewhere then, if I haven't got it out. Just looking to see what I did with the purple. Maybe I didn't have the purple. Okay, we'll work with these colours. So I'm going to start with the blue, I think, and I need to get another blending brush, and you're literally going to take it as deep as you can, so keep, you know, adding your colour. So you've got some really nice sort of deep blue on here. And I'm going to turn it round. I'm going to do the same on the other side. It doesn't matter if you get ink everywhere, because it's all going to sort of blend and disappear. And I'm just literally taking those two because I wanted that sort of deep blue coming in on here. So I think that's probably going to work with that one. Let's have the pinky colour, because that pink is going to give, now I was using purple on this one before, so I'm just going to clean my brush off on here with that bit of purple on that side, and maybe a little bit of purple on here, and I'm going to grab some of the red, because then that will blend through and give quite a nice sort of purple colour. And you can blend it through into the other parts if you want to. So you're getting a bit of a darker colour coming through. And then I'm going to do some of the sort of rusty orange on here. And again, I'm just going to try and take some of it off of my brush and then just add that in on the middle. And you can see my inks are quite juicy, because that's what we want to try and get a bit, to just sort of bring it in, and you can see how that sort of blended through quite nicely. And if I put this yellow on, I don't think it's going to work with that. I might actually let me take a green, and we'll try a green. Now green and blue will give me, bring that off on here, and I'm just going to take that over the top of here so I can bring some greens and blues in here, which I think will work reasonably well. And again, I'm just trying to get it as dark as I can on here because I want the colours to come out quite sort of dark. Now I haven't got too much colour in on there. This was the yellow one, so I'm actually going to take it and put some yellow in right on the centre. Oh, excuse the noise, my neighbour a few doors up, they're still doing building work. They're building an extension, but it's such a nice warm day that I'm sitting in. There we go. I think that'll work. Okay, so you can see it's really pretty saturated. So if I bring it up a bit, you can sort of see on that it is quite saturated. So I'm just going to leave those inks there. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take the stencil, and this time we're doing the numbers. So I want to make sure that I've got the numbers in the right way like that. And I'm just going to close the door because that noise is going to drive me insane. Right, apologies for that. As I say, I literally, it's always fated, isn't it? As soon as I start a video, you can guarantee you're going to get things going on outside. Right, so I'm going to put this across like that. So I've got all sorts of numbers and things coming through on here. And I am going to take some water. And this is just literally plain water. And I'm going to, I've just need to undo this so that I've got this cloth done so I can just put it straight on top, and this one is going to be a dab one. So I'm just undoing this so I can just use it to dab, so I'm ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to spray and literally quite saturate. Might even have to get some more water in a minute, but so that it's literally quite saturated on there. Leave it just for a second for it can start to pool, and then I'm going to take the kitchen roll and put it in on top and literally dab it right the way through on the colour. And then I'm holding my fingers down. You can tape it down, but if you're using a lot of water, you'll probably find that a lot of it will come out. So I'm literally just dabbing it through. And then I'm just going to take my hands off very carefully, making sure that the stencil stays. But because there's water on it, it should stay reasonably well on there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I want to put some white ink in on here. So I have got, you can use any form of white ink that you've got. I'm just using my Posca pen because I find that that's really easy. And I'm literally just dabbling it on. So I've got a reasonable amount of white on there. And then I'm just going to add some water to that. I don't want a huge amount, but I want enough. And then I'm holding it down, and I'm just going to use, I've got a stipple brush, which is like that. And I'm literally just stippling it across. and just doing a corner like that, which makes it paler automatically. And I'm then going to take this and I'm going to dab again to take it up so that it gets, you want it to get as pale as you can without losing it completely. So I'm going to do it on this one. And if you do it a section at a time and then dab it out, when you get down to where your hands are, you can straight away hold the top part down, and you still have got your colour in, but you're not. So I'm just going to move that across on here a bit so that it's not, you can still see what I'm doing. I'm just going to add a little drop more water in here. Pick it up with the white, and I'm going to go into this bit. And you can see the white just, it doesn't cover it completely. All it's doing is lightening it. So it's almost like a sort of a faux bleach without using bleach. If you did it on black cardstock, you could always use bleach or a mild bleach solution if you wanted to, but this just gives that sort of pale look. And I can just take my finger down again on here, just doing it on here, and you can see it's not, it's still leaving the colour through, but it's giving a lovely background look to it. And you can do this with any stencil you've got. I just happen to really like these ones because they're nice big colours. And so that, if you look at it, you've still got all your colour on there, but it's quite pale. So when we lift it off, we've got the darkness of the other colours coming through. And you've got this most beautiful look to it, which is almost, as I say, like sort of tie-dye. Now, I've got a bit of extra. You can see on here, there is still some, it needs to dry through where I'd got the colour from before. So you can very carefully just dop it out if you want to, or you can leave it to dry. I'm just going to very gently just dab it like that. If you leave it to dry, it will stay dark. Now let me just take this paper that we've been messing with on, and I'm getting another piece that you can actually see it a little bit clearer. This is me throwing things everywhere. Just throwing that stencil on the floor. Okay, I'm just going to put that on there. So you can see that you've got the lovely, because I've done it slightly darker. Just getting those bits up there now. You can see on the back where it's just come through from on the stencil, which is where the water seeped through with the colours. But if you look, I'm going to put both of them together, one side and one the other, so we can then do a bit of a comparison. So we've got that one on that side and we've got this one on the other side. And you can see the difference in the colours. I really like that one because, as I said, I think those were a little too pale, but they both look really lovely. So if I bring that up so you can actually see it a bit clearer, this is the one that we've done, and you can see on there how you get that beautiful colour tone on there. And that's the one on the other as well. So they will make perfect backgrounds. You don't even need to do a huge amount with them, you know, literally just put a sentiment or something on top. Would work beautifully, but I think I will probably do something with them at a later date and you'll see them come up. I normally, you know, do the things on there, but I think it's a beautiful technique. and works really just is such a lovely, it really, it's quite interesting because it doesn't, you don't get the full effect on camera, you really don't. You've got all of these lovely colours going on. If I bring this, and hopefully the camera will still, there you go, you can see all of the different depths of colours coming through on there, and that's the one that I did before. And I just think it looks absolutely lovely. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.